I'm gonna react to this old outreach video and talk about what I should have done, what I shouldn't have done, what I could do differently. And don't mind the camera angle. It's from like the worst camera angle because I didn't have a microphone on me, but I saw these people that needed talked to, so I just pulled out my phone and started recording. Also, I mean, obviously, if you don't do activism, you should start doing activism. And if you don't yet record your activism, you absolutely should record your activism. That way you can go back and rewatch your videos and look at how you can improve. Maybe show them to other activists and get some thoughts on how you can improve. And maybe you'll get a viral clip that you could post online and reach infinitely more people than you would have just reached having the one conversation. But let's get into it.
I feel like just like going like completely 180, I feel like that's like a hard switch.
I mean, do you think it's harder for you to make the switch or harder for your victims? You know, like you guys, you're in the position of power here. You have a choice to make. You can decide to continue to objectify them like a piece of meat or an egg machine or a milk machine or like a piece of fashion. Or you can make the simple choice to not victimize them and stand on like the side of their liberation instead of the side of their oppression. This is fine, but I wish that I had addressed that it's not actually a 180 because they already are against the exploitation of animals. They already don't think animals are objects. They just are treating them like resources and objects. So it's not really a 180. It's just aligning your actions with your beliefs. A true 180 for them would be to start seeing animals as objects, but deciding not to use them.
But I do feel like it's also expensive. Like, just trying to like avoid meat, like
it's actually not.
Really?
Meat is expensive. Cheese is expensive. The cheapest foods on the market are plant-based, you know, like beans, rice. So here I'm entertaining the idea that veganism is a diet and its price is a concern. I wish that I would have said, like, how is it expensive to stop objectifying animals? How is it expensive to stop exploiting animals? Because that's really all that it's about. Yes, it's true, plant-based diets can be less expensive, but it's just honestly irrelevant. Pasta, potatoes, but I'm not advocating for a diet. You know, I don't care what diet.
I'm just saying like
not killing the animals, not abusing them.
It's not even about like killing and abusing. It's about like freedom, you know, not viewing them as our property to take from. Like they're not here to serve us. They live their own lives, just like you guys. Like, I mean, I don't like know you guys. Like I wouldn't like say that you guys are like my friends or I particularly like care about you, but I'm not going to take your body parts. I'm not going to exploit you. You know, I'm not going to enslave you or claim ownership over you. That's like the bare minimum.
Yeah.
And so, you know, if you agree that animals deserve to be respected and exploiting them is wrong, like the only logical conclusion for you guys to come to is to be vegan, or else you're being a hypocrite. Not only being a hypocrite, but being their victimizer.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah. And if you guys were in your victim's position, how soon would you need people like yourselves to change?
Yeah, that's
like immediately,
yeah.
And do you guys feel like there's anything that's actually stopping you from adopting this principle and living by it?
I feel like a little. That's what I was kind of asking you. Like, if there's any like small ways, not like small ways, but like things that I could take in the right direction instead of like doing a complete 180. Like, I think that's very noble and like that's definitely the right thing to do. But I feel like our lives right now are like so based upon that. And like whenever I go to the store, it's like I don't know. I just feel like switching from like meat to like completely plant-based, it's just like a lot more expensive.
It's not though.
Really?
It's literally not. Like there's been studies done on this. Like plant-based diet. Here I'm entertaining the diet and the cost of the diet when actually I should be going to him saying, oh, it would be a complete 180 in his life. It's not. It's just deciding to align his actions with his beliefs. It's not a complete 180 to cut out like 4 animal products from your diet and change your mindset to where you don't think of them as exploitable resources. It's actually more of a non-action than anything. I also wish I put him in the victim's perspective here, you know, like what if I'm oppressing and exploiting you and I'm like, oh, I can't just make a complete 180 in my life and let you live and treat you with the most basic decency. Talking about the diet and entertaining that, it's entertaining the idea that this is even a valid excuse to begin with. It's not. And yet he's talking about small ways that he could make a difference. I mean, is it not a small way to just stop exploiting animals? Like, that's really not doing much at all. If we were talking about making a huge difference, it would be like going and directly liberating animals. That would be closer to a big 180 than simply letting them live their lives without being exploited by him. Are like about 33% cheaper than animal-based diets. If you want it to be expensive, you sure can. You know,
I
like
think that's
you
what I've
can
kind of
buy
seen.
expensive stuff. But like, if you're like dirt poor, then you're already eating plant-based because meat is expensive, eggs are expensive, dairy is expensive. This is minor, but I hate that I say dairy. Just using that word is implying that cows make mother milk for humans. But again, it's not about diet, it's about a mindset shift. When you stop viewing animals as property and resources, eating their flesh, taking their breast milk and eggs, taking their skin, it no longer becomes an option. Just like how you guys wouldn't see like eating human babies as an option, or eating, I mean, I'm sure you wouldn't see like eating dogs as an option because you think of them as individuals that exist for themselves. You know, you wouldn't consider eating each other or like using each other as resources. So like the mindset shift is like what I am trying to get at, and then the actions follow as a result.
All right, thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks.
So what do you guys think? Will you continue to victimize animals, or will you be vegan from now on?
I'll think about it.
Yeah, no, I'll definitely think about it
But
too.
thinking
I like
about
I like the message.
But yeah, you know, if you guys were in your victim's position, like if I'm holding a knife to your throat, you wouldn't want me to think
That's
about
true.
it.
Yeah.
That's true.
And you guys are, again, you're in the position of power. How will you use that power? Will you use it to continue to victimize and oppress them? Or will you use it to stand for justice and freedom?
Yeah. Well, we'll think about that.
Yeah.
I don't know about bringing up dogs. It's kind of irrelevant because dogs are still exploited by humans. It's more effective to just put them in the victim's perspective. And then if I talk about, like, if you're in your victim's position, I'm holding a knife to your throat, that's like the most extreme example. It's about death, and I don't think I need to even bring that up. I should just say if you were in your victim's perspective and I'm thinking about you as an exploitable resource. That leaves no room for vegetarian messaging or messaging about harm, and it's more clear. But how about this? Until you make your decision while you're thinking about it, you follow a plant-based diet so that you don't have more victims.
What does your organization do? Like, do you guys also, like, I mean, like, other than, like, protesting, like, here, like, informing, like, what else do you guys do?
Well, so our goal is to hold people accountable. People like you guys that say exploitation is wrong, but you are exploiting animals, we want to hold you accountable because this is the reason that animals are exploited and objectified and oppressed is because of people like you know, that are viewing them as resources and individuals. And this injustice will continue until that ends.
Do you think it's fair to, like, say that we're the consumers the problem or the producer? Because I completely, like, the producers, like, that process is so messed up.
But why do the producers exist? Why do they have jobs? Because of people like you guys. You know. What I said here isn't exactly wrong, but it is entertaining the idea of supply and demand, which is also irrelevant. Because what I'm talking to them about is thinking of animals as individuals that live for themselves and not products.
So it's like, animals eat other animals.
Yeah, they also rape each other. You know,
that's fair. That's valid.
You know, like, and you have a decision to make here. Like, are you going to stand for justice and liberation, or are you going to stand on the side of oppression and victimization?
Well, I'm just saying, like, I'd be so down to, like, actually, like, protest the producers that, like, have these cruel processes, like, and, like, make more conscious decisions. Like, that's I wish I had interjected here and been like, wait, so you're willing to attack the producers that are doing this, but you're not willing to stop funding them and stop being the reason that they exist? Because that doesn't really make a lot of sense. Again, the products are not the issue. The issue is thinking that we are entitled enough to use animals as such. And they already say that they don't view animals as such, so why are they not acting like it, is what I should be getting to. It's kind of wild, because I feel like it's kind of harsh and, like, to criticize the consumer, although that is fair. Like, in my personal opinion, I feel like it's more on the producer. Okay, but what about in the face of any other injustice? Would you say that, like, people that are purchasing child porn, we shouldn't hold them accountable and we should go to the producer?
Or like, would
Yeah.
you acknowledge that it's
Yeah.
still wrong?
Yes.
It could also be, I'm not going to use like that, I'm not defending that, but it's like, if someone were to like steal something, it might be because they're in a hard situation. It's like,
Right, but this is nothing like that. You guys have the choice. Like every single day you have the choice. Are you going to victimize animals and treat them like pieces of meat and property? Or are you going to live vegan and not exploit them? Minor, but I don't really think I should be talking about meat at all because so many people already think that veganism is about meat and it's not. It's about thinking of them as usable.
you get the protein.
Where do you think that they get? Where do you think the animals that you eat are getting protein? This is a ridiculous question. Do you think I'm dying? Look, I've been vegan for 10 years.
Yes.
This is a ridiculous question. What are you gonna say next? Plants have feelings.
Yeah, no, I agree. And what I was kind of thinking about is just like, yeah, like plastic pollution and like that production. I feel like that's more on the producer than the consumer. Like, I don't know. I feel like there's also some greenwashing, definitely, that the producers have. That's why I kind of like, I'm more mad at the producer than the consumer at this instant.
Okay, but you need to take accountability for your part, you know?
Well, I
Because-
feel like me making a
The conversation is getting derailed here, and he's talking about consumerism again, and I'm telling him you need to take responsibility for your part, which is still entertaining the consumer versus producer argument. I should just be like, okay, forget about consumerism. You say it's wrong to use animals, so why are you still using them? And just bring it back to the mindset again.
like, I'll definitely, like, moving forward, I'll be more conscious. But like me making a complete 180, I feel like that's definitely a drop, like a step in the right direction. But I feel like if you took it up with the producer, I feel like that would do like a lot
The
more.
producers will no longer have jobs when people stop viewing animals as exploitable resources. But you know, like you can't control everything in the world. You guys, you deciding to not be racist, it's not ending racism. You deciding not to be sexist, it's not ending sexism. But you don't have to be the reason that it is happening. And it's the same with the animals, you know. If you guys decide to be vegan, it's not going to make the whole world go vegan, but you won't be the reason that they're being objectified and victimized anymore. And you guys have been exploiting animals your whole life. This is the least that you could do for them.
Yeah.
Thank you again. I think
Yeah.
that's really good.
So what do you guys think? Vegan from now on, or
Well, I don't want to make like a.
Yeah, I feel like
I don't
that's-
wanna
that's
say on the
really
spot,
hard.
Like, make a commitment to you on like a paper that like
I
I'm
mean,
never going to
it's
touch
not a
meat again.
commitment
But like,
to me. It's a
yeah.
commitment to your victims. You know, the
Yeah.
animals. This isn't about me or you. It's about them. And it's also like a commitment to yourself because you guys say that exploiting them is wrong, but you're a hypocrite because you are exploiting them. You're their
Yeah.
victimizer. I bet you could change that today. I'm gonna stop it here. I keep on talking to them for a bit longer, but maybe I'll make a part 2 of this video, or maybe I won't because I feel like I said what needed to be said. And we don't want to keep these conversations going on too long because that makes it seem like it's a complicated topic that you need to have a bunch of information on. And it's not. It's very simple. They already fully understand it. They understand that exploiting animals is wrong. So it's just about them aligning their actions with their beliefs.